Good morning guys and welcome back. So today we're going to be removing the ARB bar from the front of the Jeep and installing the $50 bar that we've been doing up over the last couple of videos. If you've missed these videos or you want to watch them, I'll leave a link just up here. We bought a $50 Facebook bumper, we've wrapped aligned it to make it look brand new. It probably looks factory, it looks so good. Well, even better than factory. So I'm going to show you guys how to remove the front bar from the Jeep. It's really simple, a lot simpler if you've got a factory bumper and you want to install an aftermarket bumper. We are removing a aftermarket one, an ARB deluxe bumper, and installing another bumper. It's all pretty straightforward. One thing I would recommend, especially if you've got a second-hand Jeep, is a week prior, 2 weeks prior, a couple of days, whatever it might be, just go along and CRC all the bolts that you'll be removing. I did this about a week ago. I knew they were a bit rusty. I might have a few issues of getting some of them off, and I did. I broke a little socket because one of them was so tight and corroded, and that CRC put a little bit of heat on it and I managed to snap it loose. Unfortunately there's not a lot of room under there to get the camera, but once I take the bar off and we're installing the new bar, I'll run through where the bolts are, what size bolts we're using and stuff like that. But at any point in time during the video, please comment below. I noticed in the last video someone commented they'd like to see a bit more close up of the paintwork and stuff like that. So if you guys got any ideas or stuff you'd like to see a little bit closer up, please leave me in the comments. I like to do videos that benefit you guys in many different ways. I also think the people that commented about the little tow hook that we've been installing, you guys commented paint it red, and I think the red and black accents will look so good together. So I've just got a can of Rust-Oleum paint from Super Cheap Auto when I went to go pick up the last can of wrapped liner. So Rust-Oleum with gloss chili red, and I reckon it looks so good. Now I was going to do it white, but you guys were right, red was the way to go. So I'll probably be doing the same on the back recovery point and stuff like that. So there's a couple of things I want to do before we get started. One, I'm not sure how heavy this bumper is. I'm sure it's a lot heavier than the one we'll be installing. So I've left a axle stand just under it, just to support the weight while I take it off. I've already gone along and popped all the wiring harness out for the fog lights and the indicators. Very straightforward. Just a few pop clips on there. Same as that. A few cable ties on there. Cut those off. Just push those out of the way. Now, as I said, it's a bit tight down here. It's a bit dark to show you where the bolts are and all that. Very easy to locate. I'll show you guys once we've got the bar off where they are located if this is your first time taking one off. Now this is my first time taking one off as well, so we're kind of learning as we go at the same time, but it should be pretty straightforward. Not as easy as a TJ, but still pretty simple nonetheless. So the other thing I had to do as well was remove the UHF radio thing. I'll be taking that off. It's not enough room to kind of get a wrench in there, so I've just cracked that nut, taken that off, and I will need to install it somewhere else later on. So the other thing I want to do is measure the height of the front of the Jeep as is with the ARB Deluxe bar on it. Just to measure, I don't have a scale or anything to weigh this bumper compared to the new Mopar bumper, and so the next best thing is doing the height to see how much height we have gained with the change in bumper. So we'll measure from the ground to the base of the guard, which is 77.5 millimeters. 77, we'll go 77.5. So from the ground to the center of the bottom of the guard there is 77.5 millimeters. Why can't I talk today? Weird. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I'll chuck you guys on the tripod. I have no idea how heavy this bar is. I'm assuming quite heavy, so I might have to get my wife upstairs to come down and give us a hand to scoot this off, and then we'll be tidying up the frame, making that look nice, using some Rust-Oleum on it as well, make sure we've got no rust issues in the future. The other thing is I went out and bought all new hardware because this stuff is just rusted out. I'll show you all the nuts in a minute once we've got everything off, and I'll show you how much rust is actually on that ARB bar. It can be repaired, can be tidied up. So I'll chuck you guys on the tripod, take the last couple of bolts out, and we can remove this ARB bar. Alright, so I started taking those like 4 bolts off, 4 on each side. And I saw a bolt and I was like, hang on, where does that go? So I had to bring my little helper down here to help me figure this out, because there's a bolt that went all the way through here and into this chassis rail here. And imagine Bailey, that you can't actually fit anything up there at all, and they have this little piece of flimsy steel that connects to a little rod here, and that was supposed to stop it, and somehow over time it's corroded, and that was supposed to stop it, so that would actually bind up and you could loosen that nut off, because that nut, where is it? There, went all the way through the chassis, attached to that, and attached to that was that flimsy little piece of steel. So over time, with corrosion, wear and tear, as soon as I tried to snap that bolt loose, that little bit snapped off, so I had to get Bailey down here and we figure out a way to get it off. So as you can see, there is a tiny little hole that goes up there. I can just shine a flashlight up there, and I managed to get a file and shove it right up against the edge of the chassis rail and that nut, and just bit by bit I was able to get it out. But me and Bailey were down here. Man, who the hell invented that? That sucks. Make things easy to take on and off. ARB, you don't suck. You made a good product, but the developers, whoever did that, man, that sucks. So, hopefully, and there was like a little, is that metal? Oh, that's metal as well. And so that was between the two chassis rails there. Obviously they do it for like strength and all that sort of stuff, but god damn. Wow. Pretty sure that was the only two holding that on. So now I can almost guarantee, Bailey, we can almost guarantee? Yeah. We can almost guarantee there's only 2 more bolts on either side holding this thing in. So, now I'll put you guys back on the tripod. Sorry I didn't film that bit, it was just, I thought it was going to be easy, so I started filming it, and that little piece of steel broke off, and I was like, nah, this sucks. So, I was down here for like an hour and a half, so you guys didn't want to watch an hour and a half of me trying to undo one bolt. But man, doing second-hand stuff sucks. When you're working on second-hand cars, this is bound to happen, guys. So, I'll chuck you guys on the tripod. I'll loosen off these 2 bolts to a point that I can safely take them off. Still got that jack stand underneath the front bumper there to support the weight. We're at 77.5 millimeters from ground to bumper. Bailey's here. I may need to get my wife to give us a hand to take this off, but let's loosen those last couple of bolts off and we should be okay, hopefully. Alright, so that should be the last bolt out. I recommend, if you're doing anything that involves steel and weight, wear steel cut boots. So I'm pretty sure the bumper's just sitting on the chassis rails. Hopefully I've connected everything I need to, but we should find out as soon as we try and take it off. That's done. It's done. Nothing there. Nothing there. So, coming off, but it feels like there's nothing more disconnected. Aha, there we go. Just takes a little bit of wiggling. Jesus. Whoo! That's not light. God damn. ARB knows how to make a heavy ass bar. Alright, let's lay that down for a sec. Move the new one out of the way. Damn! Damn, that's heavy. Wow! Okay, hopefully don't knock the camera over. Well, don't join a gym, just buy a Jeep. Oh my god. Whew. Shout out to ARB for making one hell of a heavy bar. Oh my god. Well, that definitely frees up a lot of room up the front. Wow. That's either very heavy or very unfit. Alright, so what was it before? 77.5 millimeters from the ground to the base of the guard. So now we've got 79.5. Wow. So it was 77.5 before, and now we're at 79.5. So that's where it was before. And you guys can see that. So we were there before, and that's how far we've gone up just from removing that bar. Wow. Wow. Not as bad as I thought. Bumper needs a bit of a clean up. So I'll leave you guys with that. I'm just going to clean up this bumper a little bit. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty boring. I'll just take you guys. So this is what it's like with no bumper on. Pretty naked. A little bit of surface rust there to be expected. Front guard's a bit dirty. That's all the wiring for the spotlights and the indicators. So I'll probably tuck that away from somewhere. Wow, I can't believe how heavy that front bar. There's that sway bar disconnect in there. I'll be tidying up with that. Got to find a new place for the horn to sit. Will be pretty easy, but I'll just tidy this up, make it look all pretty. I won't bore you guys with that. And we can go put the new bar on. Wow, that bar is heavy. But look how much room we've got. I can't believe the height difference as well, just from removing the front bar. So I'll tidy this up. I won't bore you guys with that too much, and then I'll see you guys back and we can chuck the new bar on. Alright, super easy guys. We've got our chassis all cleaned up and ready to go. We'll grab our bumper here. We've got our bolts all laid out, ready to go. So pretty simple really, a lot easier than taking that bloody thing off. Grab the bumper and let's chuck it on. Voila, done. But as you can see, it's sitting a bit low there, and these holes don't quite line up. So you will have to do a little bit of adjusting, which is fine. super easy, and the bumper's a lot lighter than the last one. Wow, that's as you can see, the holes are just there. So I'll reset you guys up, bring you guys a bit lower so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Right, so it will take a little bit of adjustment to get this arm up to the right height, but you just have to shift it there, slide the bolt in, and then you can do your nut from the opposite side, and you're good to go. So we'll grab one bolt. It might be easier for two people. Alright, shimmy it across, through, one. And that cover's going to sit over here as well, so it's going to hide all these stainless bolts. Two. Three. And four. And we'll just do the same quickly to the opposite side. Alright, so all I'm doing is putting these 4 bolts through this side and putting a nut on the opposite side. There's not a lot of room at the back to get something in there. I'm kind of just holding it by hand until it gets tight. But it's pretty much done. Looking good. So that's pretty much it, guys. And now we can put these cover plates, or whatever you want to call them. I think they're called cover plates, or crush can covers, or something like that on. But they're really simple. But for an installation video, that's pretty much it. I'm really happy with the way this bumper's turning out. And there's enough room to actually get behind there. And these end caps, as I've shown before in the videos, they just bolt on to this middle section. You can actually get a spanner behind there and take these off, which is really handy if you don't like them, or you're going to go wheeling or whatever. So the other thing I might do is in the future lob these off, get a bracket with a recovery point on them, and use that as a recovery point instead of the crutch can that sticks 10 feet out from the bumper. But all in all, I'm really happy with the way that bumper is turning out. So that's pretty much it, guys. Really simple install. I need to still put these covers on, which is really simple, and put the license plate on. This is not the final look of the bumper. I've still got a few more things to do for the final reveal. I'll do that in a few later videos, because it might change. I've got to kind of work a few things out. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Not sure what we're doing tomorrow for Go Topless Day. Let me know what you guys are doing for Go Topless Day in the comment. We're supposed to be heading up to Balumba Creek, which I haven't been to before. Going to a nice cafe and doing just some moderate trails to a lookout and like a little river that's up there, so it should be nice. That's if the weather holds up, which I don't think it will. More than likely we'll just head to a nice spot here and see where the day takes us. But as always, I'll bring you guys along for the adventure and see where we go. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'm really happy with the way this bumper's turning out, and hopefully it's exactly how I envisioned in my head. But yeah, so much lighter, so much easier. If you guys like this video, smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.